Hello and welcome back to Parent Proof. Today's episode we're going to be looking at fun sensory play ideas. So I want to find some fun interactive play that I can do with my little bean and hopefully make some beautiful artwork too. So my Smush loves herself some spaghetti. It's her favourite food, and even when she's not hungry, she's more than happy to get her hands stuck in a bowl of the stuff and just have fun. So I thought, why not give some spaghetti a colourful makeover and make a fun activity out of it? So for this craft, you're going to need some freshly cooked spaghetti. Make sure you've got as much starch out of the spaghetti as you can. This craft will not work if it's all sticky. If your spaghetti is sticky, a good way to fix it is to add a little bit of olive oil. Next, you're going to grab some food colouring and add it to your spaghetti. Make sure you glove up to avoid turning green, as we're going to mix this all together with our hands. I find if you do this while the spaghetti is still warm, it'll suck up some of the excess colouring and save you from any possible stains when playing. You get warned you're going to be doing a lot of weird things as a parent. This wasn't one of them. When it's fully mixed in, it's time to get your other colours ready. I'm adding some of my Smush's favourite wooden block toys so she can feel some different textures as she plays. A great thing about this craft is that you can make it in advance. When you've got everything mixed together, you can seal them up in a Tupperware and pop them in the fridge ready for playtime. I set up this cute little table in our kitchen and got my Smush ready to try out something new. She was definitely more interested in the spaghetti than the blocks. I'm impressed she didn't instantly get covered in food colouring, but then she realised something. It would look better on the floor. After that, all hell broke loose. This is why we're in the kitchen! After this, I decided to join in and help her play for the safety of my kitchen.
You enjoying yourself?
Playtime quickly turned into a battle of wills about who would get tired first.
What are you doing? No! Stop fighting me.
Can you guess who ran out of steam first?
I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. Tidy up. Tidy up time.
So I planned for this to go in one of many ways. This is not one of them. I mean, she definitely loved it. Maybe a little bit too much. This is definitely a yes from me and Smush, but definitely don't do this on the carpet. Like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. I love watching my Smush get messy and being creative. She loves painting, but she can't use paintbrushes properly. They don't hold enough paint for her and just gets impatient and just throws them away. Ends up using her hands and it goes everywhere. I don't want to stop her from being creative because creativity is so important. But I really don't want my house covered in paint. So I've done some research and I think I found a happy compromise. So for this craft, we're going to be making a mess-free Smush paint bag. You'll want to start with a piece of paper and you're going to cover the whole thing with little blobs of your toddler's favourite colour paint. When you've added enough paint, you'll want to grab a Ziploc bag and carefully slide your blobby paper inside it. And now we're ready for some mess-free painting. So the first thing I did was tape the Smush baggie onto her high chair. You know, just in case someone gets a bit too excited. When it was all taped down, it was time to bring in my little bean. Things seemed pretty promising at first. She started exploring the mat, smushing some of the blobs with her fingers, mixing the colours together and overall having fun. But after a while, she seemed to get a bit frustrated that she couldn't actually touch the paint. She started trying to rip open the plastic with her hands, and when that didn't work, she actually tried to bite her way into the bag, something that I was not ready for.
It's so weird. You're supposed to smush it with your fingers, not your face.
And when that didn't work, that was the last straw. If she couldn't get her hands on the colourful goo, she was done. Well, that was interesting. Clearly, my Smush demands mess. Like, she can't handle my attempts of keeping things clean, but I still got a pretty picture out of it to add to the fridge gallery. Weekends can be a bit repetitive for toddlers. There's eating, sleeping, crying about not being able to sleep, pooping, all the fun things. So I wanted to try something different for her, something that she's not experienced before, and hopefully blow her tiny mind. So for this craft, we're going to be making some colourful fizzer bombs. First, you're going to need 2 cups of baking soda. We're actually making 2 colours, so the next thing you're going to do is split the mixture in half. Next, you're going to add some essential oils. My Smush likes sweet things, so I have this apple scent that I think she's going to really like. Next, it's time to add your soap dye. This is a great time to customise your fizzers to the colour that your Smush loves. I'm going with pink and blue. Grab a whisk and begin mixing it all together until all the colours are fully combined and just right. Then you're going to grab a spray bottle filled with some water. Begin spraying that onto your mixture in small bursts while whisking it as much as you can. This will stop it from clumping too soon. When the mixture starts to become hard to whisk, it's time to glove up and get stuck in with your hands. Keep spraying as before until the mixture begins to hold its shape when squeezed. This is the texture we're after, so now it's time to start building our fizzers. One magical transition later, and now we have both our colours ready for shaping. Grab a handful and begin rolling it into a ball. For a final surprise, I've bought some magical expanding sponges, and I'm going to hide one inside each of my fizzers. I can't wait to see her face when she finds them in the foam. Put all your finished fizzers on a tray and leave them somewhere safe for 24 hours so they can dry out fully. You'll know they're ready when they feel dry, hard to the touch, and the colours become a bit more muted. And now we're ready for the fun bit. The first thing I'm going to do is get my play area ready with a nice drizzling of washing up liquid. This is going to help trap the gas from our fizzers and help make some big bubbles. When your Smush is ready for action, it's time to activate the fizzers. The way you do this is really simple. Lots and lots of white vinegar. I started off with the vinegar in a spray bottle, but it just wasn't creating the big fizz that my Smush would love. So I ended up just pouring the vinegar straight from the bottle onto the bombs. And just look at them foam! Now the fun can really begin. Before I knew it, my Smush was getting stuck into the mixture, making shapes with the foam and showing off that lovely colour. We added a couple more bombs to the mixture and she loved watching them foam up. Honestly, her reactions were priceless.
Look at that!
Little did she know that while all the fizzing was happening, the expanding sponges were getting ready to be found.
Oh, it's an ice cream! Don't eat it, it's not real ice cream. Is that fun? Yeah.
Well, she definitely enjoyed this. Her sleeves were completely soaked through, but next time I will put an apron on her. It did get very messy, which is probably why she enjoyed them so much. They are so easy to make and I can't recommend them enough. Just stock up on vinegar and you are good to go. Well, that was fun, and I'm so glad I've got a couple of quick sensory activities that she's not going to get tired of anytime soon. Let me know your go-to sensory play ideas in the comments. I would love to read them and possibly test them out on my Smush. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!